Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something pretty wild, ZBCN, a coin that's been stirring up conversation across the crypto space lately. Now, here's the thing. Some random coin just shot up 34%, and it's literally called useless coin. That alone tells you everything you need to know about the current stage of the bull cycle. People are just throwing their money at anything with a catchy name or a little hype behind it. It's irrational, unpredictable, and borderline hilarious, but that's exactly what makes this space so unique. The content in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not financial, investment, or trading advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Cryptocurrency markets are highly volatile and carry significant risk. I am not a licensed financial advisor, and this content reflects my personal opinion and experience only. Viewers are solely responsible for their own investments. Use this information at your own risk. Useless coin now has a market cap of $221 million. And you know what? That's kind of insane. But it also speaks to a larger trend. In this market, you never really know where the next wave of hype will land. Sometimes coins pump out of nowhere and disappear just as quickly. Other times you get these coins that build hype, lose it, then come back stronger. And those comebacks are where the real opportunities lie. Take ZBCN, for example. It might not be the hottest coin on everyone's radar right now. It's down around 3.8% as of this recording. But just because the hype looks like it's cooled off doesn't mean the story is over. In fact, sometimes those quiet moments are when you need to be paying the most attention. Because when the spotlight returns, it can be explosive. Just recently, Zeic's team posted something interesting on their X, formerly Twitter account. Here's what they said. Gearing up for an incredible evening tomorrow with our guests and partners at the Ethereum Community Conference in France, co-hosted by Cointelegraph. That's a big deal. These types of events often bring together the top voices in crypto, top VCs, big exchanges, prominent launchpads, and it gives builders like Zeic a chance to show off their progress. So, what's happening at the event? Zeic is launching the physical version of its Carbon Card, a major step for any project trying to bridge Web3 with real-world utility. They're giving it to a very select group that represents every major vertical of Web3. That's big. It's not just some press release or teaser tweet. It's a concrete product in the hands of decision makers. That's how adoption starts. And you better believe people are going to talk about it. Some of the early reactions to this announcement are already rolling in. One user commented, "Damn, man, this may be the week we hear some big news." And honestly, they might be right. If you've done your homework and you're already bullish on Zeic, this kind of momentum just adds fuel to the fire. Now, I always say this, don't just get bullish because I am bullish. That's not how you build conviction. I got in early, way before the masses were even paying attention. So yes, even though the price has pulled back significantly, over 50% from its all-time high, I'm still sitting on profits. That's the power of early entry. That's why timing is everything in crypto. If you're buying in after everyone's already talking about a coin, you're probably late. That's not to say you can't still make money, but your risk goes way up. It's kind of like XRP, right? Every single YouTuber was talking about XRP when it was running hot. And if you jumped in because of the hype, chances are you're down right now. It happens to the best of us. And look, I get it. Nobody wants to miss out. But one of the biggest mistakes I see in this space is FOMO buying. People get caught up in the emotion, they see a chart going vertical, and they throw their money in without thinking. Then when the price dips, and it always dips, they panic. That's why I always emphasize entry price. Get yourself in at a good level, and you'll sleep better at night. Every coin has pullbacks. That's just part of the game. Even in the stock market, we see it. What matters is how you position yourself so you're not losing sleep over short-term volatility. Let's talk numbers. ZBCN is currently trading at 333. That's down from its high of 0.71. So yeah, we've seen a significant drop, more than 50%. But if you zoom out and look at the yearly chart, ZBCN is still up 183%. That's right. Despite the pullback, this coin has nearly tripled in value for early investors. Think about that for a second. If you got in near the bottom, like many of us did on this channel, you're still sitting pretty. Even if you didn't take any profits at the top, your position is green. That's the power of early accumulation and disciplined investing. Now let's move on to volume. In the past 24 hours, trading volume is up 32%. That's a strong sign. Increased volume often precedes price movement, especially when it comes after a correction. Meanwhile, ZBCN's market cap is sitting at $282 million. That's not tiny, but it's still early enough for some serious upside. Remember, a lot of early investors got in when this project was under $100 million in market cap, some even around $78 million. Naturally, those early birds are going to take profits. That's just how this works. Nothing pumps forever. Parabolic moves always come with corrections. But the important thing is the structure remains intact and long-term conviction is still there. Let's talk technicals for a moment. On the 4-hour chart, we're seeing a bearish momentum signal that fired on June 29th. That was the last major sell signal. The most recent buy zone was all the way back on June 21st. So we've been in a bit of a cooling off period, which honestly isn't a bad thing. Corrections are healthy, they set the stage for the next move up, compound. Look back at when ZBCN hit its all-time high. It formed a double top at 00071, which was a clear sign that a reversal was likely. And sure enough, we dropped down to $0.32. Now, that's a key level. If 0.032 holds, we could be setting up for a strong base. If it breaks, there's a chance we dip further, maybe down to 0.20. So keep that level in mind. Now, let's address something important: dip buying. Everyone talks about buying the dip, but not everyone does it smartly. You can't just throw money at every single drop. You'll run out of capital fast. Here's the smarter approach. Be strategic. Let's say you bought ZBCN at its peak. 0.71's a tough spot to be in, so your next entry point shouldn't be just any small dip. Wait for it to fall at least 50% before considering averaging down. Why? Because if you keep buying minor dips without a plan, your cost basis barely moves and your risk exposure increases. And in fact, I'd say don't consider another buy until it's down 75% from your original buy if you're really trying to make up for that high entry. That's just my strategy. You've got to manage your mental game too. Nothing messes with your confidence like watching your portfolio bleed and having no capital left to do anything about it. Me personally, I don't buy at peaks anymore. If I do, it's a tiny amount, like $100, just in case it moonshots. That way, if it goes to zero, no big deal. But I always keep a strategy. Whether it's technical levels, percentage pullbacks, or news-based catalysts, you need a reason for every entry. Let's recap. ZBCN is currently down but still up 183% on the year. Volume is up 32%, a strong signal that interest is returning. We're sitting on a key support level at 0.32. A physical product launch is happening at a major Ethereum event co-hosted by Cointelegraph. Long-term fundamentals remain strong. So here's what I'll leave you with. Don't panic in pullbacks. Don't FOMO into peaks. Stick to your game plan. Be patient. Look at the charts. Understand your risk. Crypto isn't a sprint. It's a game of waves. The hype will fade and return. What matters is being positioned before the next wave hits. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment below your thoughts on ZBCN or other coins you're watching. Catch you in the next one.